Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Lit Ladies podcast after our 1 week hiatus. Today we are discussing pretty much the first, maybe close between half and three quarters of The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley. My name is Emily.
I'm Abby.
I'm Miriam.
I'm Holly.
And I feel like there's a lot to talk about, but also like nothing to talk about.
Really? Nothing to talk
That's
about?
what I kind of felt like a lot of stuff happened, but also didn't happen.
First, I want to know what everybody thinks of all the characters. I don't like any of them.
I don't think I like any of them
Not even
either.
Jess.
I don't like Jess particularly.
Or I was liking Ben, what we knew of him, but now I don't.
Really?
I feel like as I read, they might all be just terrible people.
I think they all are, even Ben.
Including Ben. I think Ben has always been a little bit.
No, I've always felt like
There's
Ben
got to
was
be a
sketchy.
reason why everybody wants to
Mimi
off him
gouged his
or
eyes out in the
suspicious.
painting.
She's crazy. I like her.
Mimi?
I like Camille.
Because she's not like, she feels like not crazy, like in like, she feels like a tortured artist kind of crazy, you know?
She's
Like a
obsessing
cool
over
crazy.
Ben. But
Yeah, but a little not.
I think she says, Ben is like, they have this connection. I don't think Ben really has a connection with her.
Ben-
I don't
flirt.
think she's ever spoke to him.
Is that
Other
just-
than, hi.
I think Ben is who
How are
everyone
you?
wants him to be, right? I mean, that's what you're hearing through all the characters. I think he's who they want him to be. I think he's very sketchy. That's my opinion of him.
Ben and Sophie.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
My
I was like, what?
God.
That's why there's no...
Ben and Sophie.
They
The
were-
rich wife.
I was like,
they're also
Oh,
all
yeah,
a
I
family.
remember.
what?
See?
Yeah, so when I read that, I did text her.
But do you feel like that was revealed a bit too early? That's one of the things I feel like.
I don't know. I
No.
feel like it makes it...
It makes, so
We
I
were
think,
already suspicious
But where do
of
we
it
go
and now
from here? Like, where do we go from here?
Figure out how they murdered him if they actually did.
well, I think possibly one person, but I think everybody's going to cover. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
All I'm saying is Mimi gouged his eyes out in the painting. I don't trust her.
But
A lot of women
loves,
annihilate pictures of men if they're mad at them.
loves him. So,
Who?
Mimi.
Love, hate. It's connected.
She's obsessed.
Definitely. Do you remember reading the part where she's remembering her time at school and her teacher that
Yes.
she had a connection with?
Oh, yeah, the
Oh my
obsessive,
gosh.
yeah.
And then
She was
he was
crazy.
freaked out. Rightfully so.
Well, she sent something to his wife, and they didn't say what. And then she doesn't say what happened. She was just asked to not come back.
I'm sorry. It goes beyond tortured artist when you drug somebody for no reason.
Okay, fine.
Well, not no reason.
There wasn't no reason.
There
She had
is
a reason.
in
She
her
wasn't
mind.
supposed
There's
to
a
be
reason.
there.
She's not supposed to be
Well,
there.
that's true, but what harm has she caused? I don't know.
She's gonna find out what happened.
I can't
she's
believe you're
snooping
defending
around.
Mimi. Whoa.
I'm not
No,
defending
no,
her.
no.
I'm saying, she had her reason for drugging. It wasn't this
That's true.
frivolous thing. And I'm really happy she didn't get date raped. I was going to be really mad.
I was really.
I know,
if she
like-
got raped, if he was going to rape.
And
I
they
was
were
like,
just gonna blow over it.
yeah,
too.
I was going to be. So I was really thankful
Yeah.
that didn't happen.
But I thought it was funny that Mimi kind of like, well, it's not that bad because my intention was, as long as she doesn't get raped in the process, it's fine that I had her drugged.
yeah.
So
she didn't
she's-
get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her right and wrong is a little skewed.
I feel like Jess, she rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, let's
She's
start
not,
with Jess.
She's not like me. I mean, not just because the character's not like me, but she's just she's kind of rude.
She is rude.
She rifles through things. Like
She's a
even when
thief.
she was,
Not only that, but
she's a thief. She seems to do the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Every time.
Every time. I don't know. How do you guys feel about her?
I agree.
Is she genuinely concerned about Ben?
I think she's
I think she-
genuinely
I do.
concerned about her brother, yes.
Because
And
I
I think
think-
maybe he was the only person, other than her mom, who's passed, that she has any kind of connection to,
Yeah.
or I wouldn't say security because she doesn't depend on him. He's just where she can go if she has nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though she knows that he doesn't like her around all the time, he makes it known that she's not super welcome, but that's all she's got.
Yeah,
So I think she is genuinely worried about it.
I do too. But
But
yeah, I
on the other hand, I feel like if you're genuinely worried, you would go to the cops yourself.
Yeah, because I knew. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, you knew right away.
I knew Nick was not telling the cops
Come on.
anything
I didn't think so.
that he was supposed to be telling them,
Yeah.
and she just let him do it in French.
I thought he was going to frame her. I thought
he
was
might
gonna
have too.
say,
I actually thought
"This
that might happen
woman,
as well.
It made her brother disappear.
But she just trusted him. I'm like, why do you trust him? Because he's cute and you have this weird physical attraction.
She's a goof because she
Yeah.
was acting that way at the party as well
She
with
was.
the Dracula.
Yeah, so she irritates me.
That's why I said I think they're all morally corrupt. All of them.
Yeah, they're all.
But that kind of makes it interesting. Sorry.
No. You go.
No, you go, Abby.
You go. You don't have those moments as much as me.
Okay, fine. I had a theory that you remember when Jess found Ben's notebook where she was like, wine can't cost this much.
Mm-hmm.
I have a theory that they are selling organs.
Wow.
This is like a holy. The mother is coming back.
Wow.
Expensive. Organs are expensive. Black market, you think? So I think the organs.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Drugs are also expensive.
What?
But they
Drugs
see the
are
wine in the
also-
cellar,
That's also
right?
Yeah.
Didn't she
Yeah.
see the wine in the cellar? So there is wine.
But organs are darker. So I
You want it to be dark.
She's going all out.
I want
with
them
this
to
dark
be
theme.
insane, crazy family.
Well, they are.
Yeah, but like, in that way. Like,
Okay,
black
so we've
market.
talked about Jess. What about, let's start with the concierge.
She's strange.
She reminds me of Maid.
I like her though.
Well, I think
Okay.
she also is morally corrupt. So I thought, I don't know for sure because they haven't said for sure that it was Ben that was blackmailing Sophie. Someone is blackmailing her. I'm assuming it's the concierge. She has said that she knows enough about everyone to get them in trouble, so they keep her around. They allow her to stay because really they don't need a concierge, right? She's also was able to get into Ben's apartment when Jess was staying there, walk around and look for stuff a couple times.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, and then remember how Jess found the door behind the couch, little walkway, and had peepholes into all the rooms. You would assume that the owners wouldn't want that, so I'm assuming it's something that she's done or she's found out about and she uses. Because how else would she have something on everyone? I don't know. That's just what I think.
That's true.
That'd be a smart
But
position.
But then I was thinking, she mentioned, so remember how she mentioned her daughter and the reason why
Yes.
she came to France?
Yes,
Who thinks that her daughter is Sophie?
I thought that. I actually thought
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was
Which makes me
Mimi.
really, really sad.
that. Yeah, I was thinking that when I read that. I'm like, she's connected somehow. Or they
She's-
wouldn't keep her around.
Yeah.
Is she that old?
Yeah,
she's an
I-
old woman.
she's an old woman.
She's
Old?
bent over. She's
Yeah.
They say she's really old.
I don't know
Realize
why I
she's that
keep
old.
thinking that she's not that old.
I thought
Because
maybe,
they
like-
describe her that way, so.
I felt like she was old.
Yeah, and Ben
I mean, I
helped
thought-
her carry things and move
I thought she was
boxes and
maybe like mid.
put a fan in. If she's in her 50s, why would some young dude, some 30-year-old, let me install a fan for you because it's hot in here?
Yeah,
Makes more sense to do something like that for like a 70-year-old.
but also.
He was looking for information for a paper too,
Yeah.
Okay, all I'm saying also is Ben so far, he's taking the boxes with Sophie and Nick, and then it's gonna be Mimi too.
That with Nick was weird. I didn't.
I
that was just
predicted
out of the blue.
that.
Did you?
I did.
I didn't
Okay.
predict it to go down like that, but as soon as she saw the picture,
I did because
As-
he would never talk about Amsterdam.
Yeah, as soon as
He
he
remembered
you're
it
right.
fondly, but he never,
right.
he would always stop short.
As
He
soon
didn't
as
want
it
to
was
talk
that,
about
I
it.
was
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah.
I thought they were gonna have like a mutual experience, though. I didn't know it was gonna be like
That's what I thought.
he's like, yeah,
Mhm.
you know.
Oh, and then
Be
there's
crazy in them.
Antoine, his wife.
Yeah, when I found out it was a family, I was like, what? What? That's his brother. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So he's been messed up, they said, since his mother passed. So you would assume that's been for a little bit because Mimi is what, 18 or 19? Do we guess how old Mimi is?
19.
And
Yeah,
Mimi is
she's 19.
Sophie's daughter.
But the boys aren't hers.
No.
No.
Right.
But Mimi quite possibly might not be the dad's, though. Unless he just treats all his kids like trash.
Sounds like he does.
Yeah, he does.
Seems
And
a
his
little
wife.
over the top for the daughter, too, though. I don't know. That's just me.
No, he does. I mean, he does treat her like trash too.
Yeah, he does. No, he really does.
Do you think
And-
Camille is his secret affair?
Whose secret affair?
Ben's?
Sophie's husband.
Oh, Sophie's husband?
Yeah, that's why he keeps her
I
around.
thought so too. I think that's why she got invited to be there, and she's kind of like the
And they're
sugar
allowing her
baby.
to stay.
Yeah, she's kind of the sugar baby or whatever. And they just,
Does she know they're all a family?
Yeah.
I think
Carry
everybody
on,
knows except for Jess.
Yeah.
And I think Ben probably,
Ben
once he
knew.
went to the
dinner.
the penthouse, he would know.
Well,
You know, pictures and yeah. But according to Nick, Ben knew pretty much everything about the family through
Yeah.
Nick.
through Nick.
Because he told him how
He did.
terrible his father was, about his brother, maybe not about his sister, but you know, he shared everything with him.
Do we think Ben's still alive?
No.
No.
Heck no.
No.
No?
I think someone sent a piece of him to Mimi. Remember when she received something?
But so it cut her though.
Yeah.
So it would have to be that and
Or the
something else.
weapon
Oh.
that he was killed with.
Yeah, I think the concierge sent it and said, I know that you offed him.
Oh,
I think it was Mimi.
really?
I do.
Is that the obvious choice though?
I think so. Yeah.
Is there an unobvious choice?
I think they probably all
Really? Camille, maybe? Like,
They
they're
might have all showed up because remember he answers the door and he's like,
But what kind
heck?
of threat could he be to them? Why? What kind of threat could he be?
I feel like the biggest threat is to Sophie because she's a secret, what, Russian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
They're all
secretly
criminals.
Russian.
Their family is criminal.
Yeah, but they just
I don't think that they're all criminal though. I think
At
they're
least
just.
the dad, the business,
messed.
he's running a weird business.
You think so?
Because Sophie said he didn't want to adopt a child because they didn't want him looking into his business. and
Oh,
all
into
that.
his books and stuff.
Yeah.
So at least they're
Organs.
criminals.
Yeah.
Mimi said she's not a good person.
But
I'm
didn't
sure
you get?
Antoine is
Did
a
any of you
criminal.
pick up? Ben said it was Nick. Ben's the second time we hear from Ben, he's describing being hit. He's like, I knew it was Nick.
Did you find it?
I did. Did any of you catch that or not? It's
No.
yeah. Let me see. I gotta put my glasses on.
Well, I know that
I'm
Antoine
old.
blames Nick for bringing him there. And Antoine's mad at Ben because he thinks that his wife and him had a thing.
Everything goes black just for a moment, then it all becomes terrifyingly clear. It's going to happen here now in this apartment, right here on this innocuous spot of flooring just beyond the door. He's going to die. He understands what must have happened, Nick. Who else?
What page is that?
I do remember reading that.
What page is
I was going to text you about it, but I wasn't
I
sure
was
if you'd gotten there.
tired.
It's 118. Nick, who else? But one of the others might be involved as well. But he obviously saw who came in the door.
Yeah.
So if he says it's Nick, I'm like, so why is that being revealed now? Or is he...
Maybe there's more to it.
Yeah, what if Nick comes in after whoever came in? Or he comes in first and then somebody else comes in?
Yeah.
It's obviously a group operation.
Quite possibly a group effort, yeah.
Yeah.
I missed that whole.
You did?
Yeah.
I was like, well, Ben just told us who it was.
I think
So where do we go from here?
I think I switched from he's going to die to the next. I think I skipped that. I was
Yeah,
reading
it
the
bounces
next-
a little bit.
because he says they're all connected. I missed
No,
that
I'm thinking.
too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting to me where it's going to go from here. Like, what are the surprises left?
I'm wondering if some of the stuff is like decoy. Not that, do you know what I mean? Like, all, this going over here with so-and-so might just be to get us thinking that it was, I don't know.
You've read her before, right?
I have. And it was a big surprise at the end. Yeah.
Well,
I think
yeah,
we're
that's-
in for a surprise, I think.
That's annoying then.
Right?
And then you wonder, how is the whole family that's not all blood related, how are they all so demented?
Yeah.
Or so messed up? I mean, the dad is this terrible person. But they're all waiting for him to come home so he can fix this, is what they said. Well, dad will take care of it. He'll know what to do. He'll know how to fix this.
I keep getting mixed up with the timeline too. They keep talking about old memories. I'm like, what is happening? Is just present day?
Yeah, because
I forgot he was gone.
Yeah.
I do think he's gone, though. I think he has passed. was pretty gross about the cat.
The blood on the cat.
Yeah. And she's like, can't be blood. Dude, I'm pretty
She's an
sure you would
idiot.
know. I think she's...
I don't know.
Yeah.
This sounds really mean, but like when I think of Jess, I think, I don't know, like rat. She's like a little rat.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's how we're supposed to think about her.
I am glad that she kept talking about what she did to her boss, and I was like, dang, what'd she do? And it didn't seem that terrible.
I know.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That, that could have been
Yeah.
way worse than I
thought she chopped it off.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't think I thought that. I
I was
thought
a
she
little
just
bit
robbed him.
disappointed.
I think
Yeah,
she robbed
just
him.
robbed
though.
him.
But also
But I
that's
thought it was
not-
going to be worse than that
Yeah.
from what
That's
she
not
kept
as big
saying.
as a deal if she got involved with the police.
Well, for her
There.
to think that she would be on Interpol.
I know. Yeah.
You know? That's why I said I think, I don't
She's a
know.
little dumb. That's all.
Yeah.
Naive.
No, dumb.
Is there a difference? I don't know. I'm excited to find out, though. I'm sure it's going to get darker. I do.
We're gonna read the rest.
Yeah,
next
this
week,
week
yeah.
we're finishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that
We
last
won't be
section
able to
was really
stop.
small.
It's really small. But it was weird because I couldn't cut it any other way.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But we're going to start with 72 hours earlier.
I'm not reading that. I just read the chapters. Oh well.
Some of it's pertinent or you get thrown off. Because I think the last one was, what was it? The day before something. There was some title on it. They helped me anyway.
It was
'cause I get
30
a little
hours
confused.
earlier.
That's what it is.
That confused me.
So this is all happening over just like a couple days. It's been like 2 days, I think.
Yeah, she
Maybe
mentioned
3.
that. I was like, what?
A lot
This
going
feels
You
on.
guys
really
think
long.
the reporter is legit? Is he trying to help? He wants the stories, what I think.
Yeah, I think he wants the story, but I think he might be the only safe person because he's not connected to
I
that
agree.
house.
I agree.
Oh yeah, she has to find out what the card is.
And then that one girl who took off running when she said Ben was missing, she was out.
I forgot about her.
She was done out.
Is
yeah.
is that his co-investigator?
I think she might be an informant.
Well, I bet
Of
that's
some
who,
sort.
I bet that's who. When Mimi followed him, I bet that's who he was talking to. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
Can you imagine if Mimi saw him with her mom?
Maybe we kill him.
Who
Kill him
else
right
wears
now.
black
Oh my
penis?
gosh! First of all,
So it's not Camille
how is she
because
wearing
she wears,
lingerie all the
remember,
time?
the fruity color ones. And then quite possibly Sophie now. And maybe Mimi because remember she bought some new ones. They went to the store, her and Camille. Remember the
ones Mimi bought
the
with Camille
slinky
were
things
black.
that got thrown out of the bed that very first night. I think whoever was in that bed.
That's who you think killed him. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything.
I do. I think Sophie's no joke. I think, especially when she talks about doing things different. So she's always done the same thing. She has her routine, very, very strict. So much so that when she ordered something different at the restaurant, they're like, she would
Yeah.
call your husband, just a little. But the way she describes how she feels doing those things is a little
I agree. She's
like, whoa, whoa.
strange. Yeah.
Yeah. And I hate this guy. I don't trust this guy. I hate this guy. She leans in for the kiss. He doesn't. She does.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
So weird.
The way
Yeah.
she talks about her body too is interesting.
It's really awful when she talks about, her clavicle is and her hip bones. I mean, she's extreme.
Yeah.
But why, though? It's not keeping her husband. So,
No.
I mean, why would you be so hard on yourself
He must have.
for
I mean,
something that
I think there's an expectation though, right? Even if he doesn't want her,
He
he
wants
wants
to
her to
play
look
the
a
role,
certain
yeah.
way.
kind of crazy?
We don't know a lot about him.
I don't think we know anything about him
We know
other
he's
than
running a sketchy
he really
business.
likes Ben. Him and Ben get along.
Yeah,
Maybe-
Nick was jealous.
Maybe he was hired by the dad to investigate what's going on in that dang house.
No, the dad is a criminal.
Emily's
Well, he might be.
convinced.
He might be. But when you hire, if you're a criminal, when you hire someone to investigate your family, what are they
No.
doing with all my money? Nick blew all the money.
Well, that's why he's back.
Yeah,
so he
he's
has them
back.
all under his foot. Does he
Yeah,
need-
and he likes it.
But does he need an investigator then?
I don't know.
I don't think he would risk that.
No, because he could slip up.
Yeah.
And then he could get exposed. Just what he wants.
I don't know. It's interesting.
It's interesting. There's a lot going on. But they're all crazy, though. Straight crazy. Like every time I read when Nick is talking, I'm like, oh my God. I'm going to ride my bike until I pass out so I'll feel great.
You think he was genuinely, like, I was wondering about the kiss with Jess. Like, was that genuine?
No, because then
There's
later
no way.
he was
No,
talking
because he
about,
says, because from a certain
Oh, 'cause she
angle,
looks like Ben.
from
Looks
a
like
certain,
Ben.
yeah,
Looks like
he's
Ben.
crazy.
Oh,
That makes it
That's
yuckier.
so yucky.
It makes it yuckier
Yes.
for sure. Because it's like,
I was wondering if
I'm
you were
going to kiss you
keeping-
because you kind of, from a certain angle,
Look
and
like your
I know
brother.
that you are related.
Which messed up.
Messed up.
Yucky, yucky, yeah.
Messed up.
Mom, you're hoarding them, Susie.
It's going to be one of these books where we're not going to connect with any of them, and we're not going to love any of them. We're just going to hate all of them.
I'm gonna be kind of.
Right now, I mean, there's no more characters, are there?
I'm gonna be
They
kinda-
haven't, the concierge hasn't really got to tell her story yet. I don't feel like everybody else has kind of had a deep dive into their memory or when they met Ben. I mean, she has, though. She remembers the
she
first
talks about
time
her
she met
daughter,
him.
and she talks about Ben.
But I feel like we still don't know much about her.
Which may be the reason that she's the main. Maybe she's the one who did it. And they're throwing us off like how.
I don't think she's the one who did it. I think she's the one who's going to say, yeah, I saw it all. Like, she's going to be how they're able to figure it out. That's what I think. And I don't think she's done anything because it's her. I think that's her daughter. And I think Mimi's her granddaughter. That's what I
That's
think.
messed up.
Yeah. Because why else would you stay somewhere where no one wanted you there? They treated you like a piece of furniture.
You're in a tiny place.
You're in a shack
Yeah.
with no
Well,
fan.
But who else? Like nobody. Like she's not gonna be able to get hired anywhere.
She can go back home where she came from, or where her family's at, right?
Russia.
Yeah. I do. I think that's her daughter. And I think her daughter's playing the part. You know, didn't she like move to France to be a dancer? She met some rich dude, but she's got to play the part.
That could also be why she's so strict about her and
Appearance.
about her body and stuff.
And she doesn't want anyone to know that she's not French. Unless, no. She killed somebody in Russia and had to come to France to hide.
And then she killed somebody again.
Whoa.
It was Ben.
And it was bad. Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like it?
I
Or
think
do you
so.
just want to find out what happened?
I just want to find out what happened.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like too much.
You think
Really?
so?
I'm just like, this is a lot going on.
But it's not. I think it's done well in
Bless
that.
you.
Bless you.
I think it's just enough.
You don't get too much at once.
Yeah.
For any one person, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
So it's not like.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get enough. Although, I don't know, like 1.5 pages of Jess is too much.
1.5 pages of Jess, and then the next chapter is Jess again.
Oh, I know. I thought that was funny. I'm like, what? Why did they do that?
No.
Okay.
She woke up the next morning.
Whatever.
I did. I was relieved. Because that would have just been an unnecessary,
Yeah,
gratuitous.
Right.
Yeah. And I didn't know that it was planned by someone until Mimi said it was her. And I'm like, oh, dang. Does she know that Jess is her brother? Because at first I thought, well, maybe she's acting this way because she thinks that she's just some girl. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Some
yeah.
girl in his house. Some girl
No,
in his
because she
apartment.
went to everybody saying, hey, have you seen my brother? He was supposed to be here. I was supposed
Yeah.
to stay with him.
Because rationally, you know, some guy you love, his sister shows up and he's missing, wouldn't you befriend her?
Mhm.
She didn't want nothing to do with her the whole time. And when she mentioned Ben, she broke a glass.
She's
Well, that's
guilty.
because they all had something to do with it. None of them want to know what happened then. Nobody cares except Jess,
Yeah.
right? Nobody's investigating.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick
think
went
they
and
all have some
obviously
kind of
lied
part.
to the cops.
No.
So nobody cares. They're not investigating. They don't care
Yeah.
because they all know something. They either all were in
okay,
on it,
so-
or they all know what happened.
Did this make sense when Jess went to the penthouse and she saw the picture of, I'm assuming it's the dad. She said that he looked familiar, that she recognized him. What the heck? How would she recognize
It's
him?
true.
How would she know him?
Yeah, she did say that. It's her dad.
Something else. No.
She's part of the family too.
Ben went back to get his money. He's like, "Where's my inheritance?"
Wait, because
And they offed him.
her and Ben have different dads.
They do have different dads.
So he could not be Ben's dad, but he could be Jess's dad.
Well, what, didn't one die and then one is just left?
No,
Both their dads
Their
are
mom-
living, but don't want anything to
Yeah.
do with them.
Oh.
but their mom.
The
passed
shared
away.
mom passed. Yeah.
Because I remember Ben saying,
Ben got adopted by a nice family.
Yeah,
yes.
And she was
Supposedly.
supposedly. And she was left.
But yeah, he's coming off as a real piece of work, like you said, according to everybody.
Ben.
Yeah.
Did she meet Ben's adopted family? Because Ben got adopted by a
No,
rich
I
family.
feel like he kept her at bay. Yeah, I kept her away.
Separate
Do you see what I'm hinting at? Ben got adopted by a family who was well off and bought him a car and always, a rich family.
Maybe he is their brother. Maybe he
Maybe
is.
they adopted Ben.
Yeah, but
No,
they
Maybe
would know
maybe
that.
his real
adopt
dad.
somebody.
They
No,
would have known
maybe
that. They're
But
the
Jess
same
wouldn't.
age.
maybe his
Jess
real
wouldn't.
dad is that bad dad.
Or not.
What do you guys, is it Jack? His name's Jack. Right?
I don't remember.
Jacques.
Yeah, let's go, Jack.
What about?
We're just trying to figure
We
out
just
if
keep
he's
saying
the
the
I
dad.
keep saying the dad, so I was saying
The dad.
the dad.
He gets no name.
Should say
He verbally abused his children.
A lot of sluts in the book. They use slut a lot.
What is it?
Putin. Putin.
That's how I'm reading.
The dad.
You like it?
I like the book.
I like it.
I
I
do.
don't have time for you to start talking about sluts.
He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't know.
It's just funny to me how
We
often
don't
they're
use
using
that
the
word.
They're using the word a lot.
Maybe
it's kind of
in-
interesting.
France, maybe that's the favorite word.
I don't know.
It's the most hurtful word.
They keep
Yeah.
I feel like it's
using
the most
French
hurtful.
and
Yeah.
not translating.
Yeah, they
So
do
it
use a
goes
lot of
over-
French
you
in there.
know
Mhm.
some French.
Yeah,
right?
most of the time I know what they're saying.
I'm
You
like,
get the gist.
But the swear words, though, I'm like, that is not what I
No.
I don't know
Swear
any
words
French
aren't
at
correct.
all.
maybe it's
No.
old French. Like, you know how Spanish has like an old version and a new version? Depending on like what.
My French teacher taught me French swear words.
Oh.
And those are not the correct ones.
Maybe your teacher was tricking you guys. She's like, I'm going to send all these kids out in the world and they're not going to know.
Well, you would know, right? Because
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're talking about this, how they're not correct.
I kind of skip over those parts.
I just
Like the French
guess-
words, I'm like, okay, what's the thing next to it? Okay, that's what it means. I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'm trying to figure out who did it. I'm hoping I'm going to find the clue and then I'm going to be right, but I have no clue. No idea. But I think that's the fun part of it. Is that everyone seems suspicious. Everybody. That's how I read all my books, though. I'm like, they're all suspicious.
Yeah,
You're like, this isn't a mystery. But you don't know. There might be.
What if Ben's mom, their mom was never dead and she came back and kidnapped him? No.
He's like, what are you doing here?
Not the mom.
But then I think all of them, too, you feel a little bit sorry for them.
Because they're all messed up.
I don't.
Because I don't think a lot of their, like, when it comes down to it, was it really, like, originally, was it Nick's fault that he's so messed up? Or was it because of his dad? And then what his dad did to him when he graduated? And then what he continues to do every time he speaks to him? You know? So much so that he's taking medication to just exist. You know? And then Antoine is an alcoholic. He's been unwell since his mom passed.
Yeah, but I think you can only blame your parents for so long. You're
Yeah.
an adult. You have to take responsibility
Very true.
and
And Nick
accountability.
did.
Very
He
true.
left.
He left.
And then he came
He
crawling
Yeah,
left.
and
back.
then he came crawling back.
That's
so
why
I think,
you don't feel bad.
in a
Yeah.
sense, yes, but then they're all adults now.
I do still feel a little bit sad for them, though.
No,
Like,
it's
oh
sad.
my.
They didn't have a good childhood,
Yeah.
obviously. Any of
Or an
them.
adult. neighborhood for that matter. I think Antoine is probably the one that I least feel bad for. But maybe just because he was so terrible to his wife. And then every time he interacts with Jess, he's just a garbage can. You know?
Yeah.
He's not hiding anything where everyone else is. It's more, I have a facade. And I hide behind this mask. But inside, I'm all yucky. He's just outwardly yucky.
Yeah. You know what you see.
You know what? Yeah, you know what you're gonna get with him. Other than he might be way more violent.
Or what if
Kill
he's
Ben.
nice?
You think someone locked her in the cellar for real, or was that just
No,
her?
I think that was her imagination.
No, I think they did.
You think they did?
Yes, I think it was the concierge trying to save her butt.
Ooh,
I
really?
think she feels. I think she's staying out of it. She's on the fringe of everything. Like she's watching everything, and Sophie has instructed her. You need to watch her. You need to keep an eye on her. I need to know where her whereabouts are. So I think it was the concierge, but I think her intention was to save her from something.
Oh.
You know,
Ooh.
that's just. I don't think the concierge is good, but I think she's trying to do the right thing in
But
a
did you
certain
say
way.
you felt like the concierge did it?
No, I don't think she did it. I think she's aware of everything. Like she knows.
Okay.
She
knows
knows who did it.
everything that's going on there. So much so that she's blackmailing everybody.
I see.
Yeah. Well, maybe not everybody, but Sophie
was-
for sure.
It was Nick who found her in the cellar? The
Mm-hmm.
one? What if Nick was waiting for her and he was going to pop out at her? But the concierge locked her in there.
I thought he was going
and
to
then
push
Nick
her off
was
the
like,
roof.
"What?"
I did too.
I thought for
yeah.
sure
I
he
thought
was
he
going
might
to
push
straight
her off
push
the
her,
roof,
and I
yeah.
probably was going to. But decided he might kiss her.
Then he was like, "Oh, you look like Ben."
Yeah, then he
I
swapped
thought that
in.
was interesting that they both felt whatever that was. Because she thought he was going to kiss her too. She didn't think
And
that he was going to
she's
push
been
her.
attracted to him from the beginning.
Yeah.
But he does not like girls.
He tried. He's tried. Yeah, he's messed up. Who's going to read it all tonight and find out?
You are.
I might. I'm pretty tired, but I might.
In the text, I finished the book.
I will. I'll
30
just to
in the
taunt you.
Thumbs down and thumbs up.
Well, blah. No, I'll wait a couple. I usually wait at least a couple days because I don't like that big stretch. Like this time, I went home and just read it all, to our whatever point, and then I'm just kind of like, well, I'm going to sit on it now
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
that's
like 5
annoying.
days. So I don't know
I
if it
read
was
it
5
last
days, but
But that's kind of good.
there's
Well,
probably good and
good to know you know everything fresh, but also sucks for time management.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it because I can think about it a little bit and kind of like run it around in my head a million times, and then hear what you guys think about it too. That'll be the end right there. We'll use that sound for all of our shows now. Get in trouble. Get shut down. Copyright.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see who done it, how they done
Yeah.
it, who else knows they done it.
I do know that her previous book is pretty bloody, so it might get bloody.
It's been a little bit.
It is a little bit.
It's been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
So I'm wondering when it says 72 hours earlier, is it 72 hours before he went missing?
No.
Or 72 hours before the party?
72 hours before what we read on the last page.
That's what I think.
Which was the day after the
What?
party, right?
I
The
was
last thing
just
we
thinking
read
it's,
was
before
the
Ben
party.
dying.
72 hours before Ben died,
That's what I was thinking.
was attacked.
My dumb.
So the last thing we
No.
read was Antoine
She
and
woke
Nick
up-
talking to each other, and then it's 72 hours earlier. So I'm thinking like the morning, like the day before.
I think this
Ben.
is the day after the party was the last.
So I think it'll be the day of
The Halloween party? Is that the
Yeah.
one you're talking about?
the day of Ben dying. So I think we're gonna get a lot of their perspective, showing like tonight's the night. Let's get him.
Let's get him. I did think it was a little weird before I knew that they were family when they had the big meeting all together. I'm like,
I thought that was weird too.
what a weirdo was. Because he obviously,
don't like each
seem
other.
like they have no connection.
No.
You know, everybody, you know. I'm
Well,
like,
they all live in the building.
Yeah.
And I could see like inviting everyone
if
in the
Sophie
building.
invited you, would you go?
No.
No, but
No.
that doesn't mean she can't have a party with everyone.
She can have a party, that's right.
So I guess
She
I
like
didn't see it as
looks
that-
down on everyone.
I didn't see it as that weird just because I thought, well,
Yeah.
they're probably just all in the building.
Well, and I just think it's weird that now they keep referring it to like the whole. It's not an apartment building anymore. It's just their home.
Yeah, now it's
They're
like,
like, this is
no.
our home. I'm like, that's weird.
yeah.
What do you mean?
You know, it's funny because Scott and I are watching Only Murders in the Building,
I want to watch that.
and it's there's some it makes me think of that sometimes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to watch it. It looks interesting. It looks cute, but it's as far as it goes. I never do anything to watch it. Like download Hulu or find out what it's watching. I don't know. I never feel like I have time to watch stuff. Or just sit and then be able to pay attention to it. Maybe it's a better way to say it. Gotta read my book.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Oh, for this book? It's kind of a short. I think I was telling Jason that today. It's a quick read, even though it's probably the same amount of pages, maybe the same amount of words, but it's not something you're gonna like think on and like, oh, let me read that again.
Yeah, there's no like depth.
and
It's just a straight
introspect
mystery,
or anything
murder
like that.
mystery.
You're just kind of like,
Yeah.
It's like Clue.
yeah.
Like surface.
Yeah, I was thinking like there's no romance. Even her sex is like
They're
not
trying.
romantic.
They're trying.
It
And
just
it's not working
happens.
out for us.
Yeah,
We're not
It's
getting
like,
it.
oh,
So-
he goes down. But and
Yes. Yeah, he goes down, and Nick went down. It's like, okay, you like that.
and then
Okay.
it pans to
But there's
dark.
no romance. You know what I mean? It's just funny. It's like
Yeah, I
kind
know.
of par for the course for the book. Just boom. So
There's still Mimi and Camille left. We have a few pages.
yeah, Camille. I wonder how if she's going to come into it at all.
Camille is the affair.
She seemed pretty upset when she thought he might be talking to Mimi.
Jokes. Nobody
Did you
said
catch
anything.
that?
Oh well, she said he goes off and has ladies. in
And there's that girl that
dresses.
ran away,
Mm-hmm.
and the reporter.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Theo.
Theo.
Yeah,
Theo might be following us. That'll be interesting. We'll have to look for Theo in our books now. See if there's like a secret Theo somewhere. You never know. He's like, I'm a reporter and a psychologist.
and I murder.
But we keep that part quiet.
Actually, Theo. Theo just killed Ben.
After stalking him and
He was trying to get that card from. I can't believe she gave that card to him because I was really suspicious of him at first. And he's like, yeah, thanks.
I was like, she's never gonna see it again. She's never gonna talk to him again. But I completely forgot about it. And
Yeah.
now he's like,
reporter's
I know
man
what it
will do anything for a story.
I think that's why I like the book so much, though. It's just everyone, literally everyone, is so suspicious. You cannot trust anyone. They did something with the curtains, though. The curtains were gone when she got there. And then when it talks about when he's up at the window and his like last, help me.
is. Yeah, so they came in and cleaned up.
That's
They
why it's called,
cleaned.
like, bleach.
They cleaned the cat.
That might be how they
cat
moved the
probably
body.
ran away.
Yeah.
Put him on
Wasn't
the
there a
curtain.
wet spot too, though?
Mm-hmm.
There was a wet
I think
spot.
she almost slipped in it or something.
Yeah, so they didn't clean up all the way.
It's just cat pee.
They weren't expecting Jess.
No, they weren't.
So
That's true.
Yeah,
Nobody
because
knew.
Nick said that a few times. I didn't know you were coming. Ben didn't say you were coming. Like they were super close. He's like,
Yeah.
we're close, but I hate him. And I love him. And I hate him.
They all hate him and love him.
Right? Think about it.
That's
Yeah.
Anton.
He just hates him. Yeah,
just
he
hates
definitely doesn't. Well,
And then Jacques
there's
loves
some
him.
pages left.
That's
We
true.
don't know.
Maybe there's a different reason his wife left him.
Ooh,
That reason his
he's
name's
sleeping
Ben.
with everyone else.
Who was saying that though? That he didn't with her. They were just flirting.
Oh, it was.
Nick. I think
Was it Nick that
that?
said that?
Yeah, but Nick is also.
Yeah, they're all a little unreliable.
Yeah.
I can't trust them all. When Mimi was all, Ben will be loyal to me. And it's Sophie and Ben. Ugh.
don't think there was ever a relationship. It's all imagined from her.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, like her relationship is through the window. She's on the next floor.
Oh,
She's
that's
just
creepy.
his
It is super creepy.
She said, "I want to be his cat." And
Yeah.
and he pets me.
Yeah.
I was like,
She's just
And
a
then-
stalker. That's all.
Well, and then she tried to off herself. She got on the bike.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I didn't catch it the first time I read it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't catch. I was like, wait, what? And then I'm like, she said, what'd she say? I did
She
on
said, "I
purpose,
was
or I meant
looking."
to. I was looking, and then I'm like, oh wow. I thought she was just being a goofball. She's not being a goofball.
Yeah, I didn't catch it until she said, "I meant to." I was like, "Oh, I was looking." When she slashed his like moped's tire.
Just so she could follow him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't you like her? Oh,
Yeah,
she's a tortured artist.
She's crazy.
Tortured artist.
It's one of those people you love to hate them. I
I
like
love
a good
the
character. I feel
crazy.
like they're all good characters. Not
What does that
not
say?
morally good, but pretty well fleshed out characters. Like they all have their secret, like, I don't know, crazy town. Maybe it's not really a house or an apartment complex. It's an asylum. We just don't know that.
Yeah.
And the concierge is the caretaker. She's all, y'all been sent to crazy town, and there is no Ben.
Yeah, Ben's imaginary.
I did think about that. I was like, what if Ben is not real?
It kind of seems that way. I mean, there's not really a trace of him anywhere.
Well, she found his necklace.
Yeah.
That's fake.
But the reporter knew who he was
She
too.
dropped hers
Yeah.
and picked it back up. That's true. The reporter.
The reporter's in on it. He's
His
crazy
name
too.
is Theo.
Yeah.
It's weird because we really don't know much. Like, what's the
No.
story?
I know.
No,
He,
he got
like-
all background information.
He does, like, restaurant reviews. What? What do you mean he's
It's
doing a
going
hard-hitting
backwards.
story?
I
What?
want that job though. I want to go eat and write
restaurant
about it.
reviews.
Start a blog.
Probably one of those jobs that you have to pay.
Yeah.
And then if they pick up your story, they're like, okay, that's a $10 story.
Oh, thanks.
Be a food blogger, that'd be fun. We should have had some dark red wine for tonight. I didn't think about that. To go for it. Not that kind. It was funny because it was talking about the old, one of the older bottles. It was like 1996. I'm like, what?
I know.
Me too.
What?
I know.
Lame.
Wasn't you talking about one of them was like so old it was gross? Like one of the.
I think
bottles of wine?
is it the brothers talking or somebody was talking? They were saying some of this we have to unload because
Gonna turn to vinegar.
it's turning to vinegar or something like
blood.
that.
They're vampires.
It's too crazy.
Yeah.
They're cannibals. That's why she got the eyeballs. Mimi took the eyeballs out of Ben and she ate them.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I just feel like
What's gonna go
I don't
on?
think there's
I don't
anything
know.
that's gonna surprise me. Is that terrible? I just
There's gonna be an outside character that we know nothing about. That's gonna be
because to
who
me,
kills him.
any of these guys are plausible now. So where's the shock? Unless he's still alive.
Who's tied up in their basement.
Yeah.
In
Unless
the-
Jess
in
did
the-
it.
in the
That would be
maid's
kind of a
quarter.
shock if Jess did it.
In the maid's quarter?
Yeah.
You think that's where Ben is?
In the attic? The maid's quarter? Yeah, she hasn't been up there yet.
She didn't go up to the attic yet.
She saw the ladder.
Only Sophie goes up.
Sophie went up there and spent some time and had the dog watching. So maybe he is. Pardon me. Maybe he is alive.
I don't know. I mean, I was just trying to say, like, I'm trying to think what would surprise me at this point because
That he was still alive. That would surprise
that
me.
That
would
would surprise me
because
too.
any of them to me are viable suspects.
Oh,
for his
yeah.
murder.
Oh,
so
for
it's
sure.
like, what's the surprise going to be? Unless it was Jess that killed him,
Yeah.
or Ben's still alive, or I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Do you want the police to get involved?
No.
Because I just want the reporter, Theo, to get the story. That's kind of what I want. I want him to figure it out and get the story out, and then eventually the police get involved.
But
But I
Theo
don't want
can't-
the police to bust in there and be like, I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, he told the police a load of crap, so they're not.
Yeah.
They're not worried about it. They're not involved at all.
Be interesting to know if that's an actual like idea in the French culture of if someone goes missing, they want to be missing.
they have a
don't
right
want
to
to be
be
found.
missing.
Yeah, they have a right to
Yeah. That was weird.
not be found and to, whatever.
To disappear.
Well, it's like that here too, right? If you're an adult, you have to wait a certain amount of time before they'll.
Yeah.
So.
Only like 24 hours or something like that? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I've not known anybody that's
I've never
missing.
been missing.
Well,
Not been missing. I don't know anyone that's been missing.
thankfully.
Mm.
What would surprise you, Emily?
If he was alive.
Okay.
Or if none of them were involved.
Yeah, maybe none of them are involved. Ben did it to himself and he framed everyone.
Yeah, he's just
shows
going
back up, he's
crazy.
like, hey, sorry.
Getting the story. Right
Sorry.
on his own.
Gone.
My bad. I was chasing the story.
I was out in the woods, no cell service.
Yeah, he kind of left everything though. I feel like, I don't know.
He has duplicates.
He has duplicates.
Yeah.
There you go. You never know. Guess you don't need your key.
Bye.
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to learn anything. There's no life lessons, I don't think. in
No, I
this
don't
book.
think so.
No.
Don't be.
Don't
They
be
choose
a
crazy
murderer.
families.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's funny because if anything, it's like all the stereotypes and stuff that they tell you, don't believe those because that's wrong. You're like, I don't trust people who are adopted. I don't trust anyone's accent. If you're rich or a weirdo, no.
maybe
I don't know.
it's the moral of the story is make sure you know who your landlord is.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Golly. If you see peepholes, leave. Get out. There's no free ride. Maybe that's what it is. There's no free ride. I mean, Ben came there. He's not. What's he paying?
I don't think he's paying
He's
anything.
not.
I think Nick let him live
They
He's-
said almost free.
there. Okay.
That's what
Is he
said.
paying in gum?
What does that mean?
He pays his services.
Well, who would you pay? It's not a hotel. It's not
Yeah.
really an apartment complex.
Yeah.
It's a home. I mean, from what they've said, right?
So is Camille there free?
Camille is.
Yes,
I think
because
they
she tries
brought.
to
Didn't
live
they
there.
bring her on there to stay
Mm-hmm.
to kind of be a good influence on Mimi?
It's not working.
Supposedly.
Yeah, no, it's not.
She's just there because she looks pretty.
I think she just got. That was the story the dad told. Like, this is how we're gonna get her to stay here. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe she needs to be watched, and they just got a bad babysitter
Mhm.
that's not watching.
Yeah, Camille's a little crazy too.
I don't
poor
feel like
girl.
she's I'm not suspicious of her for killing him though.
No,
no,
neither.
not at all.
But everybody-
she's kind of superficial, like.
Yeah, I think she's just
Yeah.
trashy or whatever. Getting a free ride.
Yeah, you're not gonna make waves, right? If you're living free in a nice place, she's not gonna ring the alarm or anything.
Yeah.
I gotta find out my next pick.
Yeah, Abby's got the next pick.
Uh,
Just put them on a spinner and spin it.
Oh, that's a fun idea. I think there's an app.
Yeah, Josiah uses it.
Yeah.
I just have a lot of books that are like trilogy.
Just put a number on all your books and enter in the numbers and say, "Hey Google, pick a number between 1 and 5," and then whatever Google says.
Or let Noah pick.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
No, it's my
She
choice.
just picked 3, so that's your book.
Or have Noah put them on your shelf, and then you close your eyes and you run your hand. Whatever one it stops on is your pick.
What are
It's like a book out of 5.
do you have ones that you're thinking about or not really?
I have one I'm thinking about, and I have a couple more I can look at, but
Well,
it's hard.
Well, it can be a doozy. We've had a couple doozies, I feel like.
Yeah, but the last pick I picked was a doozy, so.
What's
No,
that?
it was a
What'd you
dog.
pick? Oh, but it had a cute cover. If I wasn't so
that does
cynical,
not
I would
make
like
up
it.
for
That does not make up for the bonus chapter.
I read the bonus chapter. I was
So did
okay
we.
with it.
Holly liked the bonus
I didn't have a
chapter.
problem with it. I don't think it added to the story anything.
It was kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it was just
This
kind
is
of
fair.
gratuitous. I think someone asked her, "Could you please?" She's all fine.
Please, I want to see his
Fine, I
perspective.
will. Fine, I will.
What did they say?
Well,
Pine
Stephanie
over her?
Myers did Edward's point of view. I
did.
felt like that was. I've never read it, so I shouldn't say anything about it.
I
But I
tried
feel like
the
it
one-
was unnecessary, so I've never read it.
I tried to read the one where she reversed the roles, so
I'm not sure I understand.
Bella's character was a guy, and Edward's
Oh.
character was a girl, and I hated it. I just
Oh, I
hated
don't
it.
think I've even heard that.
The only part I would be
Midnight Sun
interested
or
in.
something like
The only part I'd be interested in from Edward's point of view is when he leaves.
Yeah, because they
he's,
don't
like,
really
in
say everything
torment.
he's done.
Because it's like everything else. you
Didn't
know what
they
happens.
write? Isn't there a book of what he did? What
That's
the heck?
Midnight Sun, is it not?
Is that Midnight
I
Sun?
thought
and the one
Midnight
I'm
Sun
thinking of
was
is different? Okay.
Edward's perspective.
Yeah,
From
just
him.
what he was doing or something like that.
I think it was his whole perspective
okay.
throughout the entire series. I think I heard a clip of it. It was like Bella thinks that he's thinking about her, like when he's like staring off, but he's just thinking about how he wants to kill everyone in the
It's like,
classroom.
I'm hungry for blood.
Yeah.
We watched this stuff. It was an SNL skit, and it was Taylor Swift. They were acting out the scene in Twilight, the first movie. And so she's Bella, and they're in the forest, and he's Frankenstein. And it's, oh shoot, which actor is it? I'll think of it in a minute. It's too funny. And she's like, say it. Frankenstein. I can't think of who. Bill Hader plays Frankenstein, and it's really funny. You'll have to look it up. I don't think we do.
I thought.
No, we just have the socials. That's a pre-recording.
Well,
You might have to end it.
Yeah, we should probably wrap it up. So we'll find out what happens next week.
yeah. Thank you for joining us on this episode. Next week, I was gonna say tomorrow. Next week, we will have finished the book. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm Emily.
I'm Abby.
I'm Miriam.
I'm Holly.
Bye.
Read along. Bye.
How do I stop it?
I don't know.
The square.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. If you made it to the end, we love and appreciate you. Check us out on Instagram for podcast updates and more content. We are also on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts as well. Again, thank you so much for listening. Please give us a like and a follow, and see you next Saturday.